Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about deloading, and it's probably one of the more undermined aspects of training in order to reach your true strength potential, okay? And for me, I train still the same I would any other week. So I train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, but I train at a different intensity. So it's a lower intensity ranging from the 55 to 65% range, and with a different volume, anywhere from a total of minimum of 20 and a high end of 40 reps per exercise, just depending on what I want to do. And for me, that's worked best in the past. Okay, I'm not here to talk about the different forms of deloading or what it will do for athletes and team training, all that. I'm talking about me and my personal experience with it. So things to keep in consideration here is just because you're deloading, that doesn't mean you have to stick strictly with the exercises that you've been doing in the past. So instead of saying doing a back squat or a front squat, you could still do something like a trap bar deadlift with low handles or a Zercher squat. So you get the sort of the same movement patterns with a different modality. Also, it's a great time to throw in something like a sled drag or pull or things of like that. And if you're a Olympic lifter, maybe you can try out some more power lifts. And for me, I'm a power lifter, so it could also be a good chance for me to try out some Olympic lifts. Back when I was playing ball, I was huge into Olympic lifting and squatting and benching and deadlifting all at the same time. And what I found was my power clean from the floor was a lot higher than most athletes that were on my team. And the reason I found that was I really had a strong deadlift. And I think it also, they sort of go hand in hand. I pull fast from the floor because of the ability to power clean, and then I also pull a lot of weight from the floor because of my deadlift strength. All things being equal, of course. So things to consider there. But the deload sessions for me, are nothing more than just a glorified sweat session. I don't strain, and I don't ever put myself in a situation where I feel like I'm not going to be able to get a lift. For me, it's just something where it's just a nice, smooth pattern, constant bar speed, and it's a nice, great way for me to actively recover. And it's, like I said, it's worked for me in the past. Currently, like last week, I was beat up. The classes started, the athletes coming in. Now I got a full schedule, and my dogs were just barking, and my feet were killing just from coaching all day and bringing the juice to all the teams. And last week was really I think it was my 5th or 6th week straight of training in preparation for Raw Nationals. I thought I was just going to be a baller and be able to, push through it. But then I was like, you know what, I gotta check myself. So I set my ego aside, changed up my program a little bit, moved the deload up a week here, and I definitely feel like it's paying off because I already feel better than I do last week. And it's giving me a chance to just, recover, work some different movement patterns, just feel good as well. So don't be afraid. I like to throw in some extra arm stuff and some areas that I don't really target, some single leg modalities in there as well. So attack your deload sessions like they're actual training sessions. So you want to try and get the best out of them because they're going to set you up in the long run. If you just go in there with your head hung and you're like, oh, it's just a deload week, like I don't want to do this, then you're not going to get anything out of it. All right, so it's one of those deals where you get out what you put in. So keep that in consideration as well. So that's just my take on deloading. I would recommend it anywhere from every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on if you're a novice or an advanced lifter, and utilize them. Don't think that you can push through just because you want to be tough and rah, rah, rah. At the end of the day, you're going to be the guy who's like, oh, I missed a meet because, I messed up my hamstring in training. And then you look back and you're like, oh, well, probably should have taken a week off or lightened up my load or things like that for training. So be smart about it. Always check the ego at the door when you're ready to lift, but attack each session like it's, like it's a serious session. So that's my take on deloads. I hope you guys enjoyed it and could take something from it. So thanks for watching this video and stay strong.